Hello guys, welcome back. All right, hope you guys are having a wonderful day out there. Good afternoon to anybody that is currently in my time zone, and if you're not in my time zone, I say good day to you. This is the voice and the face of FX Adventure, and I want to welcome you guys to the afternoon section on today's price action. For the guys that joined the morning section, we currently have an entry on USD Japanese yen, of which the morning section was quite interesting. A lot of misalignment, you know. We had one happening on USD JPY, we had DXY doing something else, British pound was just doing its own thing, and pretty much some of the other major pairs and currency pairs we have there. Okay, so on this afternoon section, we'll be looking at managing the current position we have open. We have news coming up around 1:30, so we'll pretty much look at the news, plan ourselves, align ourselves properly, safeguard our money, and at the same time, try to find any interesting opportunities out there in the market that we can jump on. All right, that we can jump on. So that's what we'll be looking out for this afternoon section. And if you're joining us live for the first time, do well, like the video, then subscribe. And if you're a returning viewer, still like the video and subscribe if you've not subscribed before. But I believe if you're a returning viewer, you must have subscribed, because I believe the content we do here is highly educating and also interesting. Okay, but if you don't find it interesting, it's still fine. All right, I believe everybody have different um, likes and different feeling for things. Okay, so let's get back to the chart. So this trade here is the trade we took on USD JPY. We currently still have a position in it, and for us to plan our way around it, for the guys that might be wondering, that's it here. For us to plan our way around it, we need to first of all understand what price is doing, then maybe come up with a story that we can use to come up with a strategy or a plan that we will use in safeguarding ourselves from any huge or subsequent loss that might come into the price. All right, like I said, if you're joining live, please, it's a plea, please like the video, because that's the only way you would help us to help the algorithm to recommend this video to other people that might be interested on joining us live. And also another thing you will do for us is share the video to friends, family, well wishers, and people you feel like would want to engage in the kind of content we make here. And like I said before, if you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification, so that you would always join us live whenever we start this live streaming here on FX Adventure, live here on YouTube. Okay, so let's get back to the chart once again. All right, so one thing I can see here is, for sure, we had an interesting pullback that was in the morning section that picked our order. So we have two orders lying in around USD JPY. Let's switch over to this guy here. So we have two orders lying around here. One is towards here, and one, as you see already, got triggered by that first push there in the morning. So we need to come up with a set of expectations that we want from price. So based on that expectation, that would trigger what decision we are going to make. Okay. So what I mean by trigger the decision we are going to make is largely centered around what price is going to do. All right. So two things I know, and I'm speaking based on my own humble experience, looking at price and paying attention to what the quarter theory normally does. So if the price trade up, I think we are good, okay? But if the price will trade down first, then we might aim to either break even or at least close some of the entry depending on how far down they will trade first. Okay? So what I mean is the internal quarter there is what I'm paying attention to. Okay? And largely the guy I'm talking about is this guy here. That place the arrow is pointing. That high there is very important. Okay? So if we are going to hold the entry for more push, we need price to come up to that point and take out that high. Okay, that is one move I would want price to do that would increase my conviction and maybe speculation on what we think price is going to do. Okay, so the first thing is for price to go up, then maybe come back down again. On the other hand, if price trades down first, then we are not interested. Okay, that's that for that. Then now we have an understanding of what that looks like. I think what we can do now is to pretty much touch base on some of the other major pairs or some of the items I have in my watch list. So if you look at the far right of the screen, you'll see I have some currency pairs that are in my watch list. So I'll move away from this USD JPY. All right. I need to look at other guys to see whether we have some interesting things that we might see there, an interesting setup that we might see to take. Okay. So I'll kick off from the BTC, from the bottom to the top. From the bottom to the top. So we had a call on BTC in the morning. We said BTC is prepping for a sell. The only reason we did not take it is because of the obvious fundamental understanding that we are in the Q4, and largely during the Q4 we expect the crypto market to experience a bull run. It's not always,